Hi, welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be unboxing a Koala Crate, and I'm excited to open this and to let my little toddler, I want to call her a toddler every time, but she's almost 4, so she's not a toddler, but my baby, I'm excited for her to get into this and have fun time this month. So if you're new to my channel, I created this channel as a homeschooling resource to do unboxings like we're doing today, to give you curriculum and organizational ideas, and also ways to invite Christ into your homeschool space. So if you're interested in those things, please hit that subscribe button, and let's open this crate. Okay, so this month says it's gonna be the Arctic. So since we're in winter, where I live in Utah, why not? Why not have the Arctic? It was 10 degrees this morning, so I'm glad I don't live in the Arctic today. That's way colder than that. But it says make a polar bear costume, play snowball toss, and create a hanging snowflake mobile. That word, I talked about it in a recent video. I can't even remember what it was, but that word is just weird to me. But anyways, that's beside the point. I think we might have had this crate several years ago when my other daughter was around 4. I think we got this one when we lived in California, and it wasn't the Arctic there like it is in Utah. So she can actually be a polar bear here because it's cold. But this is what it looks like. So these cute little polar bear costumes. I love how they do the little costumes. It's just so fun for the kids. So these are our instructions, and they flip right out. And so here we go with our instructions. So our 3 different projects here, and it will kind of tell us everything about them. It'll tell us if they need more parent involvement or not. And I love with this crate, they usually always have some sort of game to go along with it. So I think that's a lot of fun. And then we have our book here. So it'll have some little stories in here that are fun to read with your kiddos, or 5 differences, some different games they can also play in here. And then we have our little snowflakes. I kind of am remembering this from my other daughter doing it. So we have our little snowflakes that they're gonna turn into stamps. We have some string right here, and then some little clear like plastic. There's a few different things in here so that we're gonna use for our project. So we have our headband, probably for our little polar bear ears up there. And then this is probably for our mobile. I don't know how to say that word. I don't know why, but I don't know. I don't like it. Anyways, and so that's probably what this is for. And then I'm not sure what this part is for. Look at it has a bunch of holes all down the middle. You can see those. So I don't remember this part, so I'm not sure what this is. And then these are some little stamp pads. There looks like there's 2 of them, so they're white, probably for our snowflakes. And then we have this little ball. It said something about a snowball toss or something, so I wonder if that's what this is for. And then we have some Velcro right here. And then these look like they're for our paws, for our little polar bear paws that they're gonna make. So it looks like they'll get to sew around the edge. So that looks like it's gonna be a lot of fun. So I'm excited for this crate. I think she's gonna love it, and she's gonna love dressing up as a polar bear. So I'm gonna let her get at it, and we will let you know how it goes.
Oh my goodness, it's a bear! It's the cutest little bear! Oh, look how cute! Take it, Glenn, I'm not always cute!
Okay, so Lydia finished doing her Koala Crate, and she looks super cute. Are you gonna hold up your paws? You gotta open them up. So, oh, she's gonna show you the claws first. So it was the Arctic, so she made a polar bear little costume, so I thought that was cute. So she has the paws on one side, and then the claws are on the other side. And then she also made this cute little headband here. And the stickers on this were really hard for her to get on. She was trying, but it was just the fine motor skills weren't quite there yet. And then with these paws, you sew around the outside. And that was also pretty difficult for her. She did help me with one of them, but the next one she didn't really want to do it anymore. And so I feel like in this book, it says that this activity only needs medium help, like group grown-up involvement right here shows medium. And I feel like that could be true for some kids, but it just depends how old they are and it depends on their fine motor skills and things like that. And for her, sewing these paws was actually pretty difficult. And so just something to know, I did a lot of the sewing on these, but then she put the stickers on and she did the black stickers on these ones as well, but I had to do the white part. So that was just something with that, but we had a lot of fun doing it. And then there's a game involved with this one and she played it with her dad. So one of the other activities is, I almost dropped it, is to make a ball. So this one, it's a super fun idea. They just cover it in little Velcro. And so then, hold up your paw. So it sticks to it. And so then you can toss it to the other person. If you give like a sibling or a parent one of the other paws, you can toss it to each other. And it doesn't stick as well as like those little mitts from the store, but it still was a lot of fun and her dad had a fun time playing. Did you have a fun time playing with dad? Mm-hmm. Yeah, she's chewing gum, so she loves gum. But then along with this ball, they also made this one that's kind of soft. So my son did this crate a few years ago and it's changed a little bit. I don't remember everything that's different, but I'm pretty sure when he made the softer ball, not the Velcro one, that it was with yarn. So it was more like a pom-pom like you'd have on a hat. But this one was a long ribbon, and again, you sew through all the holes and then you pull it tight. So it's like this. Theirs looks way cuter than ours. Do you have it set to your paw? So if you can see it, it's kind of hard. The picture's really small, but it's right there. And I feel like theirs just turned out better. I don't know if that's even focused or if you can see it. Ours isn't, so I don't know if it's not tight enough or if they are just magical and we're not. But again, this one required some sewing going up and down through the holes. And even though they give you a string that has like the shoelace ends, like that plastic, that it's hard, that makes it really easy to sew. You don't have to have a needle or anything. She dropped something on the floor. You can go get it. So you don't have to have a needle or anything because it has those really hard ends on it. So it's really easy to use this string, but going up and down was still hard for her. She tried and she helped me a little bit, but it still wasn't her favorite thing to do. And then the next thing that she got to do, so that was, the balls were the second craft and game. And then the last thing was, what are these?
The stamps.
The stamps.
Mm-hmm.
They're snowflakes, huh? The snowflakes.
Snowflake.
Snowflake stamps, huh?
Mm-hmm.
So she got to stick the little foam on here, and then she put the foam on the back. She's still holding stuff up with her paws. It's cracking me up. So she's showing you the stamp pad right here, the white. There's two of them. And so she got to put these on, and then it gives you a little handle on the back. So it makes it easier for them to stamp, and they get to make two of them. And then what I noticed about these stamp pads, there was one that worked better. I'm getting it all over my fingers. I think it's from these. So it's still not dry yet, and it's been a few hours since we did this. But one of these worked a lot better than the other one, because you're gonna take it and rub it all on the snowflake and then stamp it. And so one of them just worked better. So I don't know if that's always gonna be the case, or if we got one that just didn't have as much ink or was a little dried out. They both worked, but one of them worked better. I'm being attacked by a polar bear. And then with those stamps, this is what she made. Okay, do you wanna point out your stamps? Where did you stamp them? On all the circles, huh? So it's kind of hard to see because it's white and with the camera. So that one's faint. The darker blue rings are a little easier to see the stamps. So she stamped all of these with her little snowflake stamp, and then we put together the mobile. And that one was a little bit easier for her to put together. It's still that kind of sewing, right? Because you're going down and up through the holes. But it was a little bit easier for her than doing it on the fabric. So I thought this was cute. Huh, did you like it? Mm-hmm. Did you have a fun time doing all the crafts? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I felt like for the most part, this was pretty accurate as far as whatever it is right here, the instructions telling you about how much involvement and how messy it is. It says that the snowflake mobile is very, very messy, which I don't think it's, unless you count, you know, all this on my hands right now. I didn't think it was very messy at the time. You should just use the stamp and put it on, so it didn't really make a mess. But I feel like all of them are pretty accurate except the first one, depending on your child. You know, with the sewing and everything, that just is a little bit harder for younger kids. It's just that fine motor skill. So I think it's good for them to be able to learn that, and I'm glad they put it in here. But some kids might just not do as well or might get more frustrated with it than others. So just something to be aware of. And then she really enjoyed, I'm gonna get attacked here, looking through this book, and she thought the maze looked really cool. It's right here, it's in the shape of a snowflake. So she thought that was super fun. So did you have a fun time doing this? Yeah, all the other kids are gone at like a co-op group, so it's just her and me today. So we had a lot of fun, didn't we? Yeah. So if you enjoy seeing these kinds of videos, please give us a thumbs up, and we will see you next time. You're trying to give a thumbs up with the paw.